Welcome to the online lecture series on 8051 microcontroller. In this video tutorial, we shall see different examples of calculating the count value, okay, or the one clock period value. Okay. Now, before I start the examples, in the notes, I have included a section wherein I have written 8051 instruction machine cycle. Okay. In detail, I have explained whatever I explained in the last tutorial. Okay, you can see uh, internally it is divided by 12. Okay, so one machine cycle has got 6 states and each state has got 2 clock periods. So thereby it is internally divided by 12. Okay, so now in the last video lecture I told you that it is not so easy to remember the machine cycles each instruction takes, but you can do that with some simple what you say uh, simple tricks or simple classification. For example, if you see the branching instructions, all the branching instructions, when I say branching instructions, all the branching instructions including the conditional jump, unconditional jump, then your call instruction, all these instructions take 2 machine cycles. So this is a universal statement for all the branching instructions. Okay, so if you see S jump, L jump, jump on carry, you can simply assume that it takes how many machine cycles? 2 machine cycles. Okay, so in that way you can remember. Then arithmetic instructions. All the arithmetic instructions take 1 machine cycle except multiply and divide, which takes 4 machine cycles. Okay, and increment dptr, only increment dptr takes 2 machine cycles. So is it not easier to remember? Okay, so if you remember the statements, it will be easy. So all the arithmetic instructions takes 1 machine cycle, multiply and divide takes 4, increment dptr takes 2 machine cycles. All the logical instructions take 1 machine cycle except these logical instructions where the source is your immediate data. Fine, it's also easier to remember. The stack instructions, they take 2 machine cycles. Okay. Now coming to the data transfer instructions. So in data move instruction, when accumulator is the destination, it takes 1 machine cycle. And when accumulator is the source, then also it takes 1 machine cycle. But when your register is the destination and when you do move rn comma memory, it takes 2 machine cycles. Similarly, whenever you have memory involved, it takes how many? 2 machine cycles. Okay. So these few you remember. Okay. Even if you don't remember all these things, whichever examples I discussed now, okay, while calculating the delay, at least those you remember. Okay. This was for your reference. Okay. Let's take the first example. The following shows crystal frequency. Read properly. So he has given the crystal frequencies for 3 different 8051 base systems. So the first one is 11.0592, which we use in our lab also. Then 16 megahertz, then 20 meg. For this we have to calculate the value for one machine cycle or one count or one clock period. All are one and the same. So what is the solution? Crystal frequency given is f is equal to 11.0592 megahertz. Okay, and one machine cycle we have already seen it has how many clock periods? 12 clock periods. Okay, therefore your machine frequency, that is 11 megahertz, it is divided by 12. Okay, this is also called as clock frequency. Okay, machine frequency and clock frequency are one and the same. So you get 921.6 kilohertz. So the value of one machine cycle or one count or one clock period will be equal to 1 divided by 921.6 kilohertz, that is 1.085 microseconds. Similarly, we have calculated for 16. So 16 megahertz divided by 12 is 1.33 megahertz. Okay. So since the frequency is more here, so time taken will be less. So 1 upon 1.33 will be 0.75 microsecond. 20 megahertz by 12, it is 1.66, 1 upon 1.6. So still it is lesser. So as the frequency uh, is more, the time taken will be less. It is evident, right? Whenever you go and whenever you want to purchase a laptop, you talk in terms of gigahertz, right? 1.8 gigahertz, 2 gigahertz, 3 gigahertz. So as the frequency is higher, the speed is also higher. This is the same problem, so you need not worry about these namings. Okay, these are the names given by the manufacturer for 8051. So this is some by some company called Atmel. So he has introduced his uh, alphabets. 80 stands for At. This is by some Della Semiconductor or someone. So he has given the name. So these are the names of the chip given by their manufacturers. So you need not worry about all these things. You just see the frequency given and calculate. Okay, it is similar to the previous problem. Now see here, for an 8051 system which has got this frequency, we have to calculate how much time this instruction takes. Okay, so for the first thing is you have to calculate one count. What is the value of one count? Okay, so the given frequency is 11.0592 megahertz. So one machine cycle is 12. This is not required, you need not write this always. Whenever crystal frequency is given, divide by 12, you get the machine frequency, and 1 upon machine frequency is 1.085 microsecond. So this is one machine count or one count or one clock period. Okay, after this, next you should note down the machine cycles which this instruction take. Move R3 comma hash 55 immediate, this takes one machine cycle. Decrement R3, this takes also one machine cycle. DJ and Z, it takes two machine cycle. LGEM takes two machine cycle. SGEM takes two machine cycle. NOB takes one machine cycle. Multiply AB as it takes four machine cycles. See, then you multiply these machine cycles, so you will get this time. And what is the time taken by this entire code? Okay, you add this now. Okay, if you take a calculator, so 1.085 plus 1.085 plus 2.17 plus 2.17 plus 2.17 plus 1.085 plus 4.34. Total this takes 14.105 microseconds, this entire code. Okay, so that's how you calculate the time taken by these instructions.